Well, learn why the FBI has turned off thousands of tracking devices and had to turn a few back on to find them. We got the privacy princess herself, Julia Angwin, and she is. Thank you very much. Or is that privacy princess?
I'm never going to shake that title, am I?
You're never going to shake that title now. Go on, tell the story. You're on a panel.
Because of you, I was on a panel on Friday with a federal judge, and he referred to me as a privacy princess. He says, "Isn't that what you're?"
They're using it.
He's watching Digit. He said, "Isn't that what that British guy calls you?"
Catching on.
But now it's all over.
It's all over now. Privacy princess. So tell us about what happened with the FBI. There was a ruling, so the judge said they had to stop tracking people with GPS devices without a warrant, right?
So the Supreme Court ruling came down earlier this year, which was a landmark decision saying that the government couldn't put these GPS devices to follow people around on the car, underneath their cars without a search warrant. So in the wake of that decision, it hadn't been known what had happened, whether the FBI, how many of them they had out there, what they did in the wake of the ruling. So on Friday, this FBI General Counsel was speaking at the same panel actually I was at, and he said for the first time, look, we had to take all these devices, we had to turn them off. Now the funny thing was, they turned them off immediately after the Supreme Court decision. Then they couldn't find them, because obviously they weren't transmitting their location. So they went to go get court orders to turn them back on for just the amount of time it takes to retrieve them, which you just can't make stuff up like that.
And there's also a part of the story which you wrote about, they're, quote, wrestling with the legality of whether agents can lift up the lid of a trash can without committing trespass.
Yes.
But which I think is hilarious because,
here's the other thing. Even if they find that they get the court order, they find out where that car is. Most of these people don't even know they're being tracked, right?
Right.
So what do? They show up at their house at 3 o'clock in the morning and crawl under the hood of their car and grab it out? Or do they actually knock on their door and say, can I have the keys to your car? I need to get in there. And
no, usually they stick it underneath, and they do it on public property. So they usually wait till you're in a public parking lot or something. That's how they attach them originally.
So have you noticed people underneath your car lately trying to get something off, like with a torch?
This is the most oddest thing.
Yeah. It really is the oddest thing. And is it illegal to lift up the lid of the trash can? Because I put trash into trash cans occasionally by lifting up the lid first. Am I committing trespass?
Well, it's your trash can. But so for the government, do they need a search warrant to lift up the lid? So basically, the Supreme Court ruling on GPS trackers actually said that sneaking under the car, just like you described, was trespass, even if it was on public property. So this has really been a sea change. So the whole Justice Department, the way he described it, is really wrestling with a lot of activities that they do in what they consider public property. Now do they have to think about the trespass implications? And he used the trash can as an example, which I don't know that they've decided whether they can lift up the lid.
What? I have a solution at the FBI. Just send a letter to everyone you're tracking and ask them to return your devices. I think it may be a lot easier, a lot cheaper. Anyway, privacy princess, Julia Angwin of the Wall Street Journal.